Hey everyone, we are going to be jumping into our type system here, but I want to teach you a couple of things. So now that we have this system that you can use as just like a template for your own system, or you can just use my own right here, the one that I created, we can actually start making typography styles. And you may be asking, like, what are those? So just like grid styles, color styles, effect styles, there's so many different types of styles, but you can create type styles. So text styles are really going to help you, just understand and reuse like the different, elements that you have within your system here. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Let's jump right in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go to my very first style here. Now, this is going to be my heading style. Now, I'm going to go to this little box and I'm going to click it. And then I'm going to press Create Style. Here, I'll be able to just name that style. So I'm going to use the convention of headings. And then I'm just going to say H1. I think we can give some other type of description if we want to. I don't think that's really needed. We can do the same thing for this one. Go in, say headings, and we'll call it H2. Oops, I'm just going to capitalize it. I'm actually going to come down here now and do the same for this, but I'm going to call this body, and I'm going to say 16 pixel, because now we have variations within sizes. So I'm going to say 16 pixel regular. So you find out what you think is something that you want to use. This is like the type of conventions I'll use. I'll use like 16 pixel regular, just based off of like the types of weights I'm using. And let's do another one. This is just a good way to, just get used to creating styles. So we have body. Oh, what's another thing here? We have 16 pixel, and we can say this one is, we can just call it bold. It is kind of bolded. I'm going to go into this one, and this is going to be the last one I'll create for just body, just to showcase. And this one's 14 pixels, and it's going to be regular. And there we go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom out and I'm going to click onto the canvas. Now I can see all my text styles. I have my body styles. I have, it has the new folders underneath them that are labeled by the actual size. Interesting things here. It shows me the size, and it also shows me the percentage of the line height. So you can come in here, you can edit that style if you want. You can edit all those properties. And feel free to do that. But, the great thing about styles is that if I say create like a frame and I have, some text, I'm going to use like the Lorem Ipsum text plugin. I'll bring that over here so we can see. And I'm going to choose that plugin, and I'm just going to generate 3 sentences. Perfect. I'm just going to resize that. So now I can just go into here and select, okay, I want the regular body copy for that. It's going to show there. Sometimes we are going to be designing and like doing some visual exploration. That's why things are going to change pretty often. They shouldn't change too often, but they may change. And you may find that, hey, this is just, a little strict and I need to, update this a bit and I want to play around with it. Instead of like updating the style on the fly, which could happen, but in the other case where you just want to play around, you detach that style and then you can fool around with it. Say like, hey, I don't want the -3%. I want it to be a little bit more wider in style. So, maybe that will work. If I just go back before I detached it, I can say, hey, I want to actually make that 0%. So it's going to just do that across the entire board. And you don't have to do that for every single one. But you should probably do it while you're playing around with it just to see, so you don't get into a situation where you've edited styles and you really can't go back. or at least you don't know where the original point that you started from. So if we were to like put in a headline, we can do the same. And there we go. That's how you use styles within Figma. You can actually, publish these styles. If you have like components and you are a free user within Figma, you won't be able to publish the components. You'll only be able to publish the actual styles. So you can do that. There's also a pretty neat plugin called Style Manager. Let's see right here. That'll allow you to use styles across different types of files. So you can, I can say export all styles. I can, select a new collection. And I can export that collection. And say if I open up a new file over here, because sometimes styles just won't, move across different pages, or sorry, not different pages, but different files. And you may be left wondering like, what the heck happened? Like I can't access my styles. Because if I look here and I click on the canvas, my styles aren't here just because I published them. What I can do is I can, open up that plugin, Style Manager. And I can say, okay, I'm going to go to my library and I have my type styles. And I can import all my type styles. And there you go. Like I have my headings and my body. I can, move them around up here. I can create folders if I need to. I can add new folders. You don't have to write them in the naming conventions, but now I have all my styles here that are from that library and I can update if I need to and so on. So definitely get this plugin if you're moving across different files. And that is how you create type or text styles within Figma.